spoonful of diamonds, it could be a spoonful of gold. Just a little spoonful of your precious love will satisfy my soul. That spoon, that spoon, that spoonful. Hi guys, this is how to play Spoonful by Howlin' Wolf, but I'm doing the cream version of this song so that we can use some Eric Clapton inspired E minor pentatonic licks. Now this is a series of videos which is showing you how to play riffs using the open position E minor pentatonic scale, but we're also going to cover the 12th fret minor pentatonic scale here. So it's the same set of notes but a little bit higher. If I just play them for you. There's the open and the 12th fret. They sound exactly the same, they're exactly the same letters, but they're an octave apart, so they're at a higher range. The first riff that opens the song is dead easy. Just the open E string and your first finger at the 3rd fret of the same string, the open E string. Those are your first 2 notes. We play that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then end on the open. And that goes to the lyrics of that spoon, that spoon, that spoonful. So here's a close-up on your open string riff, thickest E string. One more time. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. It starts on beat 4, so to account 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can mute after the open string, it will sound a lot better. Other than that, that's the intro of the song. And then we need to switch to up to 12th fret position. So our first finger is going to be at 12th fret at the double dot on the D string. And then we play the 14th fret with our 3rd finger, also on the D string. 1, 2, and then immediately go to your first finger, a string down at 12th fret on the 3rd string. And it's these 2 notes that we repeat. So 14th fret and then 12th fret. That spoon, that spoon, that spoonful. That spoon, that spoon, that spoonful. And we just add 1 extra note to that beforehand at 10th fret. Hopefully you guys can see that. First finger at 10th fret, 3rd finger, first finger down the string, and then just alternate those 2 notes on different strings. So we're going from the 4th string to the 3rd string. That spoonful. And it will sound a lot more professional and give this phrasing if we add vibrato, which is a vibration of the string, to that first finger. Just to the first finger. The 3rd finger here is not going to have any vibrato at all. Just to zoom in on this vibrato a little bit, we're doing a kind of swinging motion from your thumb at the back of the neck, really. So your thumb's planted it around the double dot at the back of the neck, and your first finger is kind of providing an anchor point, a pivot point between the thumb and the first finger, and then we swing your arm or your wrist left and right, and this is the motion that gives us that that vibrato. But the string very much wants to be moving up and down. You don't want to slide horizontally at all, especially if you're using steel strings on an electric guitar. It's a classical style to move kind of backwards and forwards like a violinist would do. But on electric guitar, we're actually going to be pulling it up and down, but it's very much this this backwards and forwards motion, which allows that kind of vibrato to happen. I'll be doing a whole video just focusing on that on its own, but that's where it wants to go, just on your first finger. And the higher riff, first finger at 12th fret on the D string, third finger 14th fret also on the D string, and first finger a string down, third string also at 12th fret. And we start on the first. Nice and slow and without vibrato. One last time. And a close-up on this vibrato technique. You can see it's a shaking left and right movement kind of thing. But we're definitely moving the string up and down. And they're the two riffs that are commonly used throughout this song. Throughout the rest of the song, Eric Clapton's basically improvising, which I'm going to do in a whole other section of videos on how to improvise using this E minor pentatonic scale. But just to finish off kind of the rhythm section of this song at the beginning of the video, so that I could sing over the verse, I was keeping this going, which is just open and third, both played and then palm muted. 2, 4. It could be a spoonful of diamonds. And you can just keep that going. In the spaces between where I was singing, I was adding some lead licks. The first one is this, which is a flat first finger over the 4th, 3rd and 2nd string at 12th fret, again at that double dot. So this is still using the notes from the E minor pentatonic scale, but you can see that we're using them in a very different way. We're playing multiple notes at the same time, which isn't necessarily a chord, it's just a guitar move. It's just a phrase that gets used for the sound of it. Very much using notes from the scale here, not thinking of this as a chord, because we're kind of thinking about it in lead guitar terms from a scale. And then we play the notes and then drag down that first finger, which is again an element of phrasing, which is something that you want to add to all your lead guitar playing or your riff playing to make it more lyrical, to make it sound like someone's singing it, or sound like you're making this thing talk, alright, making the old banjo talk. So we drag down to around 4th fret, around here, this position on the neck, but we don't want to hear the end. We don't want to hear it finish at a certain fret, because that doesn't sound right. This is totally out of key, okay? So we need to keep the same pressure around about 5th fret and then gradually let go. And you can even palm mute just slightly to save there being any open string sounds heard at all. And the slide down technique. And then there was another licks that I used, so it could be a spoonful of diamonds, slide. It could be a spoonful of gold. Which is borrowed from a couple of songs actually, mainly School's Out really. Let's use there the last two notes. Third finger at 14th fret, first finger at 12th fret. And again, it's only that first finger that we're adding the vibrato to. It could be a spoonful of gold. And it really brings it alive, and it's definitely a cool lead guitar concept that you want to play any of those bits in between when a singer's singing. If you're playing over when a singer's singing, or you've dabbled into this world of lead guitar and improvising and you're playing over backing tracks, when you play over real songs, which I really encourage that you do more than anything else in the world, if that's not part of your current practice routine, play in between, play lead guitar in between when the singer is singing. Don't play over him. It will just kind of sound bad to a listener. But yeah, that's all the content of this song. Kind of mixing up a little bit. Please play along to the original recording by Cream. Search for any live versions of this song to get other ideas and see how he's using these minor pentatonic scales to play his lead lines. Check out any of the other songs in this series of 10 songs with your minor pentatonic scales. This one's mixing the higher position and the lower position, but I'll be forwarding both of those to you guys. Please subscribe if you like what I do. Check out andyguitar.co.uk for a free beginner's course and loads more rock licks. I'm sure I'll see you again. Please subscribe, please subscribe. Bye for now.